welcome to this week's little chat. So what we've been talking to people about, we've been having quite a few one-to-ones, and the so-called big subject of money comes up, where people have struggled with it, and this one, especially this one particular one, that had a big insight around what they were doing. And as always, we don't advise, not advisors, we just point you to the story you're telling. And this person was so fearful of money, they couldn't even approach the subject at first. They said, oh, it was about relationships, and then we felt that there was something else they needed to talk about, and they said, well, it's actually money. So they were even too scared to even say they had a problem and they were struggling with it. And what they saw when we were pointing it to them is they were so fearful and believed the story in and around money that they had that some, because you choose and identify with that you struggle, that's what the evidence you get. But they were so into it that they were pushing money away, they were pushing opportunities away because they were so scared. It's like you saying, I don't want anything to do with money, and it's like your inner being goes, oh, okay then, you'll have nothing to do with money, you won't have any.
Yeah.
Can you see?
But it's like, because I think what had happened is that as a child, there was the family was always arguing about money. Yeah. So, and then that, you take that on and think, oh, this, I don't like that. I identify with it. I don't like all this problem about money, that my dad's got no money, or your mum's got no money, or there's always an argument because of lack. And then, so you start to think, oh, I don't want, this is no good. This causes problems, this. So you don't do it, you sort of do it not knowing what you're doing. Unconsciously. Unconsciously, kind of, yeah. Unconsciously do it. Oh.
Camera dropped. Yeah. Miss Leah.
So you sort of do it unconsciously, but your inner being, the awareness, takes that on and thinks like, oh right, so it doesn't like this, so we'll steer clear of this. Because awareness never says no to anything, it just says yes. So if you're saying things like to yourself subconsciously, oh, I don't want this to happen, I don't, then what happens is like you sort of being steered clear of it. Then all right, well, we'll say that money isn't good for it. It's not the truth, it isn't the truth at all. But because you're the power and you take that on, and you've said like, oh, that I don't want all those problems, then you sort of steer clear of it, aren't you?
That's what they saw, that they were avoiding everything to do with money. Abundance, they were avoiding abundance. Like they wanted a lot of money, but they didn't see behind that they were actually just steering clear of it all.
Sort of blocking themselves.
The abundance, the flow of it. But once we'd pointed and they just realised that in an instant, they just said, oh, I can see. I was identifying with the lack of it, and with that they were kind of ignoring all the abundance, and straight away they saw that there was abundance in different areas of the life to do with the flow of money. Yeah. But because they were avoiding it, had the blinkers on, they couldn't see it. So this is what they saw. So this is why we thought we'll do this video, because it works in every area of your life, relationships, career. It's like, what story you're identifying with. You'll have the experience of that story, but it's not the truth. So the character you identify with isn't the truth. The story isn't the truth. So you just can't see who you truly are, the true nature of you, the source energy, and just have that knowing of that. And like a lot of people say, well, I don't have that knowing. Well, kind of pretend you do. But the truth is you do. You're pretending that you don't, you're not that, and you're pretending you don't know it. But the real truth is, you are it. Mm-hmm. That's the pretend story, that you're pretending you're not. But just know you are that source energy. You have been given everything. So don't believe any of the stories that, oh, I can't create, money doesn't flow in my life, or love doesn't flow in my life, or whatever it is. It does. but you're the one in the way.
Well, the thing
with
is,
the character.
You're looking out there
Yeah.
for it, and it's not because you're it.
Yeah.
There's no in and out. There's just you're the source of it all, and like your inner being. Like the mind will instruct you into things to say, oh, you don't want this, you don't want that, or stay clear of this and stay clear of that, and because you identify that those thoughts being true and they're yours, then then you sort of blinkered, you sort of like focused then on all the stuff you can't see because you're focusing on that, because the mind says, all the mind's there to do is to keep you in the game of limitation. You're unlimited, but it tells you that you're not, because it doesn't want you to see who you really are, because then you've stepped out of the game, like a bit like
and
the
it
Matrix.
gets no energy from
like
you.
the Matrix, once he's took the pill, they can't go back.
Yeah. And it was like the story you shared with him, with the character Mark when he was younger, drowning in water. So what the mind did, any time any water was near him after that, it was, oh, I'm scared of water, I don't go near water, and he was avoiding it.
And it wasn't that, it just, every time I got in water, it replayed that thing straight away,
Of
what
drowning,
happened, yeah.
the fear of it.
And I accepted that as the truth, and then I would get fearful. And
this is what we pointed this person to, that they were avoiding money because it didn't feel good to them. So any time an opportunity came up, they got more money. They didn't realise, like Mark was avoiding water because of the fear, and if he even got in it, it replayed it. They were doing that with money.
And that's not true to see, because I am a good swimmer now. I can dive in, I can
swim
swim.
now.
But before it was like, oh, you'll never swim, I'll never be able to swim. And loads of people tried to teach me how to swim.
But you overcame that fear because you saw the fun we were having with the children,
Yeah.
I was having with the children.
When the kids were small, they would play in the pool and they were all swimming, and I was the only one that was missing out. And I just thought, I'm not having this.
Yeah.
So so the thoughts came in and carried on. I just had to ignore them because I wanted more. I wanted it more to have the fun with the family than not, and be sat on the sidelines thinking, I wish I was doing it. So I just had to get over it.
Yeah.
But then, so the mind said, you'll never swim, you'll never be able to swim, and it wasn't the truth.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
So it's all made up that you can be any character you want. You can be the one that's fully abundant, fully flowing in money and love, it all, because you can. And the real truth is, I am the source energy. You are that source energy.
Yeah, it's like other things, isn't it? When people say, "Oh, you're just like," as a child, you say, "Oh, you're just like your dad," or "You're just like your mum," or "You're just like this," and then you take on. So if they have like problems and stuff, or they were scared of things, you think, "Oh, well, I'm just like that."
Yeah,
so
and you take that story on, but it was never the truth. I did that with the dentist story. I've never had any problems with the dentist. Just my mum was very scared of it, so I thought, oh, there's something to be scared of, and then created a whole thing till I saw it was a story I'd made up that was scary. The dentist isn't scary. It's a story about it.
It's like people that have relationship problems. A lot of that comes from the family and stuff, isn't it? They've seen things and then they think, oh, that's I'm just like that.
Yeah.
Or they keep, because something's happened once in a relationship, they believe, oh, that always happens to me. I'm the sort of person that
so it's
can't
what
find
you're
that.
claiming to see, what story
None of it's
you're
true.
claiming,
You just
what
identify
what you're identifying with, what character are you identifying with, and what story will match that.
But you're not the identity. You're the infinite being.
Yeah.
An infinite, eternal, unlimited. It means what it says.
Yeah.
So unlimited means there's no limitation. All things are possible. There's nothing that's impossible.
And it's like when people say, oh, well, get in the real world. Whose real world? Theirs? Yours?
Yeah.
Person's next door's? Whose real world?
Everyone's living a different world.
Because even now, us two, we live in different realities. So whose real world should you get in? I would get in the one that feels best to you, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So it's not...
My world's better than yours.
Well, better it's not. Anyway, so it's just looking to that. It's not doing what we say, doing what anyone else is saying. Say it takes time, say it doesn't take time. You're the power. You say what it is, and you say who you are, and you say what story it is. And if you're not liking it, you know what to do. Change it.
The thing is,
you can.
everyone knows it because everyone's it.
Yeah.
It's just that a thought comes in saying, I can't get this, I don't understand this, I can't see it. And then you accept that as an invitation and accept it as a thought that's true, that it's your thought, and then you experience it. But it's not the truth.
Yeah.
So it's just like, don't listen to anything negative or anything that's limited.
And you know
don't listen
not
to
to,
it.
because you feel rubbish when you do.
But because if you're unlimited, that means all things are possible. Any thought that comes in that as a limitation is the opposite, then, isn't it? So you don't have to take it on.
No.
You just
It's like David Bingham said, it's all an inversion. It's whatever the mind. Don't forget, it's the mind, not your mind. The mind says. It's the opposite. So it says you can't, or it's hard, or you're not that person. It's the opposite.
Yeah. But the mind's trying to keep you trapped by saying that. Oh, stay in the game because you can't do this, and this is not true, and oh, you're limited, and you've had a hard life, and you're not clever. You're not. Oh, you're stupid, or you're this, or you're that, or you'll never have money, and you can't talk to people, and you can't. It's all rubbish.
Yeah.
But when you accept it as a truth, then you experience it.
Yeah.
But
and you block out all the other times. Say if you think you're shy, you block out all the times you're confident.
Yeah.
I thought up until a few years ago I was a very shy person. I was very shy at school.
Well,
I was very quiet.
See, I never thought you were shy.
No, and neither of any of the friends that I had at school when I said this a good few years ago before COVID. And I said to them, oh yeah, I was the quietest, shyest in the class, and they all looked at me and go, what planet are you on? Yeah. But you see, I really thought I was that person. And then I got all the experience of that. But everyone around me, they thought different.
Yeah.
And then they give examples of where actually I stood up in front of classes telling them, oh, the name they'd called out wasn't right, that they'd got my name wrong, in a class full of people I didn't even know when I started a new school. So someone shy doesn't do that.
No.
But that's how tricky the mind can be, and it's looking to what you're claiming as well. Like you say, I am shy. You're claiming that, you're taking that experience on. Instead of saying, there's awareness of shyness there. That's it. There's awareness of a fear there. The mind is coming in, but it's not your mind. It's not your emotions. It's not your thoughts. It's looking at the language you're using as well. Yeah. So I always say, don't put anything onto you don't want to experience, but as in, this is mine, this is mine. Just say, there's awareness. There's awareness there. The mind has come in with this story. That's how I was put in front. Take the I am out, put the in.
Yeah, because you're the awareness of it all. You're not the mind. No. You're not the.
And it's not
you're not the voice in the head.
No.
Even though it sounds like it is. It's just that from a child you've been told, oh, that voice in your head, those thoughts, those are yours. But it's not the truth. You're the awareness of them. So even when the voice comes in saying this and that, there's an awareness of that voice. Otherwise you wouldn't know there was a voice.
So we hope you've enjoyed this video. And yeah, like and share away, and if you've not subscribed, subscribe.
You sound very professional now.
Well, that's just an awareness. So yeah, subscribe, because in the future sometime, maybe near, so there's no time, we will be doing lives.
What's that mean, live?
Live. Oh. Like, we'll just go on there. So, and if you're not subscribed,
like
you'll miss out. No, but this is recording.
Alright. So it's not recording now.
Shut up. Okay, bye for this week.
Bye-bye.
Turn it off.
No, I thought you were doing your thing.